Hi guys, welcome back to Yaya's Craft House. So I need to preface this video by saying that I'm an idiot and I had been shooting a lot of short videos, and when I started recording this video, I forgot to turn my camera back horizontally. So the first probably half of the video is shot kind of vertically where it doesn't fill the screen, and I do apologize. I hope you enjoy it anyway. In this video, we're going to be making miniature holiday party food out of clay. So we're going to start with this little Christmas. It's actually a gift tag. I'm going to take out the middle and trace it onto a piece of cork, and then glue the cork to the little frame to make like a little charcuterie board. I'm going to start with a little yellow and white clay and mix them together. Then I shaped it into a little like cheese triangular shape. And I used this little dauber tool to make little indentions in the sides of the cheese. Next, I wanted to make some cheddar cheese, so I used a little orange and white and mixed them together. And then shaped them into a little cheese log shape. And I decided I was going to cut off a few pieces just so the dolls could have it on their plate. Next, I took a little green, white, and yellow and mixed them together to make some grapes. They did turn out really, really green, but I thought maybe I could paint them after they were baked. Next, I took a little tannish gold color and mixed in some white. I was wanting to make some little crackers. I rolled it out on a clear sheet of plastic, and then I cut lines, and then I went back and cut them into the cracker shape. Then I used, I used a little carrot because that was the closest thing to me, but you could use a toothpick or a little like dauber tool, and just made little indentions in the crackers. Then I took some maroon clay and rolled it into a little log shape and cut little slices off like summer sausage. And went back in with my new favorite tool, the little carrot, and gave it a little texture. This is everything after it baked. And I left a little hole in the middle to put the grapes in, but I did want to paint them first. Next, I rolled out 2 pieces of tan clay, and then I cut them into like a tree shape. Then I rolled out a piece of dark brown and cut it into tree shape. Then I took the dark brown shape and laid it onto one of the light brown shapes, and I kind of trimmed off the edges, and then I picked it up and kind of flipped it over and laid it onto the other one so that the dark brown layer was in the middle. Then I used my second favorite tool of the day, this little bottle. It was close, and I used it to roll out some of the clay, and I rolled it a little flatter. Then I took a dowel rod and kind of measured out the middle. And I started cutting on each side, a little slit from the middle outwards going up the tree. Then I lifted each little slit part and kind of twisted it so that you can see the chocolate inside. I did base this on a real dessert that I saw, and I think it turned out so cute. At the end, I did take that dowel rod. It kind of left an indentation, and I took it and I just kind of moved it back and forth to smooth it out. I took a little purple paint and mixed it with water and just went over the grapes. They're still not perfect, but I do think it kind of toned down the green a little. I took some tan clay and mixed it with a little white. I divided it into 2 parts and then I rolled them out like in long snakes, and then I secured them at the end, and then I just kind of wrapped them around each other to make a long chain kind of thing. And then I kind of joined them at the top to make like a little wreath. I was hoping this would look like a little bread wreath. I wanted a little dip to go in the middle of the wreath, so I took some white clay and this little bowl and shoved the clay down in the bowl and then very carefully pulled it out so that I could bake it and it would fit back into the bowl. And then I just took some very, very small pieces of the clay, some green and black, and dabbed them on top to make it look like a little dip. And then I took a red clay and rolled little balls. I wanted them to look like little tomatoes to put on the bread wreath. And then I just kept making them, and we'll scatter them around the bowl, the dip. Next, I took some more tan clay mixed with a little white and rolled it out flat. I cut it into 2 sections, and then I started cutting triangles on each side. Then I took a little pink clay and rolled it into another one of those long snake shapes and cut it into smaller pieces. And then I kind of rounded the edges. I wanted them to look like little hot dogs because we're making pigs in a blanket. And then I took the little hot dog shapes and wrapped them in the croissant shapes that I had made out of the clay. I took some more tan clay, mixed it with a little white, and rolled it out flat. And then I'm going to use this little coffee cup to cut out circles. Next, we're making some little sugar cookies. Then I rolled out some white for the icing and cut it into the small circles. My icing was a little thick, so I just kind of flattened the circle in between my thumb and first finger and then placed it on top of the cookies. Because I flattened it, it was a little too big, so I just kind of trimmed it off. For the decorations for the cookies, I had in my mind this really cute little kind of where you take like a long thin green strip and kind of zigzag it back to make a little tree, but I could not get the clay thin enough to do that, and it didn't look right. So I tried a few times, but at the end I ended up just putting little specks on the cookies, kind of like green sprinkles, I guess. After the bread wreath was baked, I took a scrap piece of cardboard and wrapped it in this aluminum foil. Thankfully, the dip fit perfectly in the bowl. You can see here I ditched my little bottle that I was using as a roller and brought in a glue stick. I took some more tan clay and rolled it out. Next, we are making some chocolate chip cookies. I rolled out some tan clay and added little dots of the dark brown for the chocolate chips. For this one, we're making some little peanut butter chocolate bars. I took some more of the tan clay and kind of shaped it into a little rectangle. Then I rolled out some of the dark brown for the chocolate and placed it on top. I then rolled it out just a little to kind of meld them together, and then I kind of trimmed off the edges to shape it into a rectangle, and then I cut it into little bar sized. I took my little carrot and gave it a little texture around the edges. Lastly, I wanted to make a little bowl of chips, and I had some trouble getting the coloring correct, but we're gonna roll with it anyway. I rolled it out and cut it into little strips, and then each strip I then cut into little triangles, and some of them curled when I peeled them off the plastic, and I just kind of left them that way just to make it interesting, I guess. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up below and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you back here soon.